I never came to love you with a checklist or with quiet expectations tucked inside my words. I came with open hands, ready to meet you where you stand. Not where you might become, but exactly where you already are. Some love arrives to shape, this one arrives to stay. Morning finds us without hurry, light resting softly on your face. I don't imagine a different version of you. I don't edit the way you greet the day. Every habit, every pause, every gentle inconsistency, they don't feel like flaws to manage. They feel like parts of a rhythm I'm learning to love. Acceptance doesn't ask questions, it listens. I'm loving you as you are, not waiting for improvement, not hoping for a change. You speak with honesty, sometimes quietly, sometimes with unpolished truth. I don't rush to correct the shape of your thoughts or soften what doesn't need softening. I sit with you in your realness, letting understanding do its work, knowing love grows deeper when nothing has to be adjusted to be worthy. Care doesn't fix, it holds. I'm loving you as you are, in every honest moment you choose to show. There are days you move gently and days you carry weight more heavily. I don't ask you to balance differently for me. I walk beside the pace you bring, matching presence instead of expectation. Your uneven days don't scare me, they remind me that love is lived with humans, not ideals. Real love adjusts itself, not the other way around. I'm loving you as you are, through ease and effort alike. I see the parts of you you don't always celebrate, the doubts, the quiet hesitations, the moments you hold back. None of them make me wish you different. They make me wanna stand closer, to be a place where you can rest without being measured. Safety grows where judgment ends. I'm loving you as you are, without comparison, without condition. I don't love you for potential futures or improved versions of today. I love the way you arrive now with all your truth intact. Nothing about you feels unfinished to me. What others might try to refine, I choose to respect, because wholeness isn't perfection, it's presence. Acceptance doesn't rush tomorrow, it honors today. I'm loving you as you are, right here, right now. When you doubt yourself, I don't try to replace your thoughts with mine. I stay beside you, letting confidence return in its own time. My love doesn't come with instructions or quiet requirements. It comes with patience, with space that says you are already enough. True affection because it never demands it. My heart chooses you freely, not as a project, but as a person. Choice becomes love when it stays gentle. I'm loving you as you are, and that has always been enough. I don't need to rewrite you to feel secure. I don't need to polish you to feel proud. Love doesn't arrive to transform, it arrives to recognize. Loving you as you are, without pressure, without plans to change you, just presence. If love is where we feel most allowed to be ourselves, then this is love. I'm here, seeing you clearly and loving you exactly as you are. I didn't arrive with tools in my hands or plans hidden behind kind intentions. I arrived with curiosity, with a willingness to see you clearly. Love doesn't always come to repair. Sometimes it comes to witness, to sit beside what already exists and say, this is enough.
Day unfolds in its ordinary way, and you move through it honestly. I don't scan your words for problems to solve or moments to improve. Your way of being doesn't ask for adjustment, it asks for attention. I find myself listening, not to correct the shape of your thoughts, but to understand their rhythm. Care begins where fixing ends. There's nothing to fix in you, nothing broken beneath your skin, nothing missing from who you are. Stories softly, some spoken, some kept close. I don't open them with questions that demand answers. I let them rest where they belong, trusting your timing. Love doesn't hurry healing, it creates a space where healing isn't required to earn staying. Acceptance doesn't diagnose, it stays present. There's nothing to fix in you, only truths to be respected as they are. There are days you feel certain and days you don't. I don't mistake hesitation for weakness, I recognize it as being human. Your pauses don't worry me, they invite patience, and patience feels natural when love isn't trying to complete a task. Understanding grows without instruction. There's nothing to fix in you, in your doubts or your quiet strengths. I notice the parts you sometimes question, the habits you second guess, the edges you think need smoothing. I don't that you've lived, felt, learned. Nothing about you feels unfinished. It feels real. Real love doesn't edit. It embraces. There's nothing to fix in you. Only a person worth knowing without conditions. I notice the parts you sometimes question, the habits you second guess, the edges you think need smooth. And I don't see them as flaws, I see them as evidence that you've lived, felt, learned. Nothing about you feels unfinished. It feels real. Real love doesn't edit. It embraces. There's nothing to fix in you. Only a person worth knowing without conditions. I don't love you for how well you adapt or how easily you adjust. I love you for how honestly you arrive without disguises. What others might try to reshape, I choose to understand. Because love that demands correction forgets how to listen. Respect is affection that doesn't interfere. There's nothing to fix in you, only presence to be shared. When you speak about your worries, I don't rush to rewrite them. I don't replace your thoughts with mine. I sit beside what you're feeling, letting clarity come when it's ready. Love doesn't arrive with answers, it arrives with patience and the willingness to remain. Support doesn't steer. Babies, there's nothing fixing you. Not today. Not And if tomorrow brings change, I'll meet it gently with you. If tomorrow looks exactly the same, I'll still be here. Not because love resists growth, but because it never demands transformation. As proof of worth, choice becomes love when it stays kind. There's nothing to fix in you, because you were never broken to begin with. I don't love you as a project or a story needing revision. I love you as a person, complete in your humanity, worthy without modification. Nothing to fix in you, only moments to share. If love is where we're allowed to exist without repair, then this is love. I see you clearly, I stay willingly, and I know there was never anything to fix. I didn't fall for fragments or carefully arranged moments. I didn't arrive searching for perfection or a version of you shaped for comfort. I fell for the way your heart exists, laid human, unfinished in the most honest way. Love didn't ask me to separate light from shadow. It asked me to stay present and choose everything you bring. Morning finds us without performance, light touching your face exactly as it is. You move through the day naturally, Not trying to impress or correct yourself. I don't imagine a cleaner version of you. I don't edit the way you breathe or pause. Your presence feels complete in motion, and loving you feels like listening without interrupting the song. Wholeness begins when nothing is excluded. I choose your whole heart, every rhythm, every hesitation, every quiet strength you carry. You speak honestly, sometimes softly, sometimes with edges that remain unpolished. I don't ask you to soften your truth for me. I don't translate your words into something easier. I let them arrive as they are, because truth doesn't need refinement to deserve staying with. Listening becomes natural when love isn't preparing corrections. Understanding grows where judgment steps aside. I choose your whole heart, not only the parts that feel light or easy to hold. There are days you stand with certainty, and days you move quietly with questions. I don't ask you to arrive confident for my sake. I don't treat uncertainty as distance. I walk beside it, knowing love doesn't require clarity to remain steady. Some hearts don't need answers, they need patience. Staying doesn't depend on having everything figured out. I choose your whole heart through clarity and hesitation, without shifting direction. I notice the edges you sometimes hide, your sensitivity, your careful distance, the moments you turn inward. They don't make me wish you different. They invite me to move gently, to love without forcing closeness before it's ready. Respect grows quietly when love doesn't rush. Gentleness is love that knows how to wait. I choose your whole heart without trimming the parts that need time. I don't love you for how smoothly you adapt or how well you fit into expectations. I love you for how honestly you respond to life, even when it's uneven. Your complexity doesn't confuse me, it grounds me. Real hearts aren't symmetrical, and real love doesn't ask them to be. Reality is theirs, truest home. I choose your whole heart exactly as it lives today, without revision. When doubt visits you quietly, I don't rush to replace your voice with mine. I don't drown your questions with reassurance. I stay beside what you're feeling, letting confidence return at its own pace. Love isn't a solution offered too quickly, it's presence that remains while answers take their time. Support doesn't override, it adapts. I choose your whole heart without simplifying it, to make myself comfortable. And if tomorrow brings growth, I'll welcome it with you. If tomorrow asks you to remain the same, I'll welcome that too. Because my choice was never conditional, it was never about improvement.
is about seeing you fully and choosing you freely. Choice becomes love when it stays inclusive. I choose your whole heart, and that choice remains gentle, steady, and open. I don't love you in portions or phases. I don't measure affection by convenience. I love you in continuity, with a heart wide enough to hold contradiction. Gross stillness and everything in between. I choose your whole heart, every part welcome, every truth allowed. If love is where nothing needs to be removed, to be accepted, then this is love. I'm here, seeing you clearly, choosing you completely, and loving the whole of who you are. Or soften every line life has drawn. I came to sit beside what's already there, to learn the shape of you without erasing it. Some love holds tightly, this one holds gently, soft enough to respect your edges, strong enough to stay. Morning meets you in quiet layers, some light, some thoughtful, some reserved. I don't ask you to ride brighter for me. I meet you exactly where you are, with the same patience the day gives the sky. Your edges don't feel sharp to me, they feel honest, like places where life has touched you and left its mark. Gentleness begins where control ends. I'm soft with all your edges, loving you without rounding you down, without changing your shape. You carry your experiences quietly, some worn openly, some kept close. I don't press against them, don't try to peel them away. I understand that edges are not flaws, they are boundaries, they are stories, they are places where strength learned to exist. Loving you means honoring that care listens before it touches. I'm soft with all your edges, respecting where you end and where you begin. There are moments you hesitate, not because you're unsure, but because you're careful. I don't mistake that for distance, I recognize it as wisdom. I slow my steps to match yours, knowing love doesn't need speed to feel secure. Patience is affection that understands timing. I'm soft with all your edges, never rushing your rhythm, never forcing closeness. sometimes guard the sensitivity, the quiet resistance, the moments you choose silence. None of it makes me pull away. It invites a gentler presence, one that knows love grows safer when pressure disappears. Safety grows where gentleness stays. I'm soft with all your edges, creating space where you can rest without defense. I don't love you for how easily you fit or how smoothly you adapt. I love you for how honestly you exist, even when it's uneven. Your edges don't interrupt the beauty, they define it. They remind me that love is not symmetry, but sincerity lived openly. Authenticity doesn't need polishing. I'm soft with all your edges, because real love doesn't reshape what it respects. When you pull inward to protect yourself, I don't chase you outward, I stay nearby, letting trust do its quiet work. Love doesn't collapse, it's distant aggressively. It waits with care, knowing closeness that's chosen lasts longer than closeness that's forced. Respect knows when to wait. I'm soft with all your edges, holding space instead of answers, presence instead of pressure. And if tomorrow brings new edges, new shapes carved by growth or change, I won't ask you to sand them down, I'll learn them. I'll stay gentle with what life adds, because love isn't about preservation, it's about acceptance that evolves. Love remains kind as it grows. I'm soft with all your edges, choosing you fully without conditions. I don't love you by ignoring your edges, I love you by meeting them gently, by knowing where not to push, where to pause, where to simply stay present. That's where trust learns to breathe. Soft with all your edges, no force, no fear, just care. If love is the place where we are handled with care, then this is love. I'm here, gentle with every part of you, loving you without reshaping. Who cares? I didn't come with expectations folded in my pocket, or quiet hopes that you would adjust yourself for me. I came with openness, with a heart ready to meet you honestly. Love doesn't begin with comparison, it begins with recognition. And when I see you clearly, I know there's no need to change. The day moves slowly between us, and you exist within it naturally. You don't perform your kindness, you don't exaggerate exaggerate your strength. I don't look for ways to guide you differently, or moments to improve. The way you show up already feels complete, like something that doesn't ask to be refined, to be valued. Acceptance listens before it suggests. There's no need to change, no better version waiting ahead, no correction required. You speak with honesty that isn't rehearsed, sometimes careful, sometimes direct. I don't wish your words were smoother or easier to receive. I stay with their meaning, letting truth remain untouched. Love grows safest when nothing has to be softened to remain welcome. Care doesn't rewrite, it receives. There's no need to change, not your voice, not your pace. There are days you move confidently, and days you take smaller steps. I don't measure your worth by momentum, I walk alongside whatever rhythm you bring, knowing love doesn't hurry growth. What matters isn't speed, but direction, and yours already feels true. Growth happens best without pressure. There's no need to change, your timing is already right. I see the habits you sometimes question, the edges you wonder about. I don't see them as obstacles, I see them as expressions of how you've learned to live. Nothing about you feels unfinished, it feels honest, and honesty never asks to be corrected. Respect replaces expectation. There's no need to change, because you're not a problem to be solved. I love you for how sincerely you arrive, even when it's imperfect. What others might try to shape, I choose to understand, because love that demands improvement forgets how to be kind. Kindness stays without conditions. There's no need to change, only room to be exactly yourself. When doubt finds you quietly, I don't replace your thoughts with mine. I don't rush to redirect your feelings, I stay present, letting reassurance grow naturally. Love isn't guidance offered too quickly, it's patience that remains while clarity returns. Support doesn't steer, it stands nearby. There's no need to change, not for comfort, not for approval. Evolution, I'll welcome it gently. If tomorrow looks the same, I'll welcome that too. Because love doesn't require movement to remain alive, it only requires presence, and mine stays willingly. Choice becomes love when it stays gentle. There's no need to change, because who you are become. I love you for who you already are. No pressure to improve, no quiet demands. Just space where truth can breathe freely. No need to change, no need to adjust. Just stay. If love is where we're allowed to arrive without revision, then this is love. I'm here, seeing you clearly and knowing there was never any need to change. Didn't learn to love you by comparison, or by imagining how you could be different. I learned it by noticing the way you already are, the way you exist without apology, the way your presence settles a room without trying to command it. Some love is born from wanting more, this one is born from appreciation. The day begins gently between us, and you move through it with quiet honesty. You don't rush your words, you don't dress your thoughts for approval. I find comfort in the way you are unedited, in the small pauses you allow yourself. Nothing about you asks for correction, it invites attention. Appreciation grows when comparison disappears. I love the way you are, without wanting more, without asking less. You carry your strengths without display, and your worries without drama. I don't ask you to explain yourself better, or to soften what's already honest. I listen to the meaning beneath your words, letting understand you arrive naturally. Love doesn't improve what it values, it stays present with it. Care doesn't adjust, it accepts. I love the way you are, in clarity and in quiet doubt. There are moments you feel light, and moments you feel weighted. I don't try to even them out for my comfort. I walk with the rhythm you bring, knowing love doesn't demand balance. To feel secure, your humanity feels familiar to me, not something to manage. Real closeness doesn't rush alignment. I love the way you are, through ease and effort alike. I notice the habits you sometimes question, the ways you think you should be different. I don't see flaws where you see them, I see patterns shaped by living, by caring, by choosing honestly. Nothing about you feels out of place, it feels lived in. Affection grows where judgment ends. I love the way you are, without editing your edges. I don't love you for how easily you fit, or how smoothly you adapt. I love you for how sincerely you show up, even when it's uneven. Your imperfections don't interrupt the connection, they make it believable. Real love doesn't require symmetry, it requires is truth. Truth doesn't ask to be reshaped. I love the way you are, because it's real and real is enough. When you doubt yourself quietly, I don't rush to replace your thoughts with mine. I sit beside you, letting reassurance come in its own time. Love isn't reassurance repeated loudly, it's presence that stays calm until trust remembers itself. Support doesn't override, it remains. I love the way you are without asking you to become someone else. And if tomorrow brings growth, I'll greet it with you. If tomorrow stays the same, I'll still be here. Because my love isn't attached to change, it's attached to you. Choosing you doesn't depend on evolution, it depends on recognition. Recognition becomes love when it stays. I love the way you are, and that choice remains steady. I don't love you for improvement or potential. I love you for presence, for honesty, for the way you exist without rehearsal. Love doesn't arrive to shape, it arrives to see. I love the way you are. No conditions, no revisions, just care. If love is where we feel most appreciated, without being reshaped, then this is love. I'm here, seeing you clearly and loving you exactly the way you are. I didn't come to love a version that hides behind adjustments, a quiet edit. I came to meet the truth you live with, the one that breathes naturally, sometimes softly, sometimes firmly. Love doesn't ask truth to bend, it learns how to stay beside it. The day opens without explanation, and you arrive as yourself, not polished for comfort, not filtered for ease. I don't flinch at your honesty, I recognize it. There's a calm that comes from knowing nothing is being concealed to make love easier to hold. Honesty doesn't distance, it invites steadiness. I'm staying with your truth, not asking you to soften it, not asking you to explain it away. You speak your thoughts carefully, sometimes weighing each word. I don't rush you toward clarity, I let meaning arrive when it's ready. Love doesn't demand immediate understanding, it creates room where truth can exist without pressure to perform. Patience listens without interruption. I'm staying with your truth, even when it takes time. once it feels uncertain. I don't confuse honesty with instability. I see it as courage, the willingness to be real without hiding behind certainty. My presence doesn't waver when answers aren't immediate. Real love stays present without needy resolution. I'm staying with your truth through clarity and question alike. I notice the boundaries you keep, the places you protect. I don't challenge them for closeness, I respect them as part of your truth. Love doesn't arrive to cross lines, it arrives to understand why those lines exist. Respect is affection that honors limits. I'm staying with your truth without pressing beyond who you feel for. I notice the boundaries you keep, the places you protect. I don't challenge them for closeness, I respect them as part of your truth. Love doesn't arrive to cross lines, it arrives to understand why those lines exist. Respect is affection that honors limits. So I'm staying with your truth without pressing beyond what you freely offer. I don't love you for agreement or for how easily you align. I love you for sincerity, for the way you remain yourself. Even when it's inconvenient, your truth doesn't threaten connection. It deepens, it depth grows where honesty is safe. I'm staying with your truth because authenticity feels like home. When your truth asks for space, I don't interpret it as distance. I remain attentive, trusting closeness to return naturally. Love doesn't cling to certainty, it rests in trust. The truth will always find its way back. Trust holds without tightening. I'm staying with your truth, even when it breathes quietly. And if tomorrow your truth grows, shifts, or deepens, I'll meet it with the same openness. Not because love resists change, but because it doesn't fear it. My staying isn't conditional, it's conscious. Choice becomes love when it remains open. I'm staying with your truth, and that choice feels natural. Because truth is easy, I stay because it's real. Because love that asks for masks never truly rests here. Nothing needs to be hidden. Staying with your truth without correction, without retreat, just present. Is where truth is allowed to stand freely, then this is love. I'm here, meeting you honestly and staying with your truth. prepare a space by deciding what parts of you could enter. I open the door completely, knowing love doesn't ask for selective presence. There are no conditions written on the walls here, no quiet rules hidden in kindness. If you arrive honestly, then all of you belongs. You step into the day carrying yourself fully, not trimmed for comfort, not rearranged for ease. I don't ask which parts you plan to show, I don't request the lighter versions first. Your presence feels whole the moment you arrive, like something that doesn't need sorting. I meet you without categories, letting connection form where acceptance leads. Belonging begins where selection ends. All of you is welcome here. Every thought, every feeling, every quiet truth you bring. You speak with honesty that shifts in tone, sometimes gentle, sometimes firm. I don't flinch at the change, I understand that being real doesn't come in one texture. Love doesn't ask you to be consistent in a way that isn't human. It asks only that you arrive sincerely. Acceptance doesn't narrow, it opens. All of you is welcome here, not only the parts that feel easy to hold. There are moments you carry doubt openly, and moments you carry it quietly. At all moments you carry doubt openly, at all moments you carry it quietly. I don't rush you toward confidence, I don't measure your worth by how steady you appear. Your uncertainty doesn't weaken my care, it deepens my attention, inviting patience instead of solutions. Patience grows where pressure leaves. All of you is welcome here, including the questions that take time to answer. I notice the habits you sometimes hide, the edges you think need explaining. I don't ask you to justify them, I see them as signs of a life fully lived. Nothing about you needs permission to exist in this space. Love doesn't interrogate, it receives. Safety forms when judgment rests. All of you is welcome here, without defense, without apology. I don't love you for how neatly you arrive or how easily you adapt. I love you for how honestly you remain yourself, even when it's complicated. Your complexity doesn't interrupt closeness, it makes it real. Love isn't built for simplicity, it's built for sincerity. Sincerity doesn't need approval. All of you is welcome here, because nothing about you needs to be reduced. When you feel overwhelmed, I don't ask you to calm yourself for me. I stay present, letting you arrive as you are. Love doesn't request readiness, it offers space. And in that space, truth learns how to rest. Care remains without instruction. All of you is welcome here, even when you're still finding your footing. layers, new questions. I won't redraw the boundaries, I widen my understanding, because love that welcomes fully doesn't fear expansion. It grows with it. Love stays open as life unfolds. All of you is welcome here today, tomorrow, as you are becoming. I don't offer acceptance in exchange for comfort, I offer it freely, because love that filters never feels like home. Here nothing needs to be hidden. All of you is welcome here. No conditions, no quiet limits, just presence. If love is the place where we are allowed to arrive whole, then this is love. I'm here, door open, heart steady, welcoming all of you. I didn't bring a list of terms to this love. No quiet agreements written between pauses. I brought attention, the kind that stays even when nothing is promised back. Care doesn't negotiate for comfort, it arrives willingly, ready to remain without asking what it will receive in return. The day meets us without ceremony, and you arrive as yourself. I don't look for proof of effort or signs that you're trying hard enough. Your presence isn't something I measure, it's something I receive. Love doesn't keep score, it recognizes sincerity and stays with it. Affection grows where expectations and no conditions, just care. No rules hidden in kindness, no demands behind my words.
You speak honestly, sometimes quietly, sometimes with unfiltered clarity. I don't rearrange your truth to make it easier for me. I sit with what you share, letting meaning settle naturally. Care doesn't need to be earned, it's offered freely and remains steady.
Kindness doesn't test, it trusts. Oh, no conditions, just care. In every honest moment you allow me to see. There are days when you feel strong and days when strength feels distant. I don't withdraw on the quieter days, I stay present, knowing love doesn't require performance. Care holds space for uneven rhythms without asking them to even out. Consistency outlasts intensity. Rude, no conditions, just care. Through balance and imbalance alike.
I notice the moments you hesitate, the pauses where you consider holding back. I don't pressure you forward, I let trust grow at its own pace. Understanding that safety can't be rushed. Care doesn't pull closeness closer, it waits until closeness arrives willingly. Safety grows where pressure fades. Or no conditions, just care. Without urgency, without demand. I don't love you for how smoothly you move or how easily you adapt. I love
love you for how sincerely you remain yourself, even when it's complicated. What others might ask you to simplify, I choose to understand. Care doesn't ask for reduction, it makes room.
Understanding doesn't narrow,
it expands. Life, no conditions, just care, because wholeness deserves space.
when you doubt yourself quietly. I don't replace your voice with reassurance.
I stay beside you, letting confidence return naturally. Care isn't advice given quickly, it's presence that doesn't disappear when answers take time.
Support remains without instructions.
By no conditions, just care.
Steady and patient in the waiting.
And if tomorrow asks for change, I'll meet it gently with you. If tomorrow stays the same, I'll still be here, because love isn't an exchange of effort, it's a decision to remain attentive again and again. Choice becomes love when it stays kind. No conditions, just care, and that has always been enough. I don't care for you to secure a place in your life. I care because care feels natural here, unforced, unmeasured, free to stay. No conditions, just care.
Nothing to earn, nothing to prove,
Just presence. If love is where care exists, without contracts or quiet demands, then this is love. I'm here, steady and open, offering care, simply because it's real. I never waited for a finished version of you, or imagined a day when everything would align perfectly. I learned early that love doesn't arrive after rough edges disappear. It arrives right where life has already touched you and decides to stay. Here, nothing needs polishing. Your imperfect is already perfect. The morning opens softly between us, and you move through it honestly. You don't hide the parts you think are uneven. You don't pretend the day is lighter than it feels. I don't ask you to tidy your emotions for me, I meet them as they are. Knowing closeness grows when nothing has to be rearranged. To feel welcome, belonging begins when judgment rests. Your imperfect is perfect here. Every uneven step, every honest pause. You speak with a mix of certainty and doubt, sometimes in the same breath. I don't separate the confidence from the questions. I listen to the whole story, understanding that truth rarely comes in clean lines. Love doesn't ask you to resolve yourself first, it chooses to stay while understanding unfolds. Clarity grows where pain You're imperfect is perfect here. Not something to fix, not something to rush. There are days you feel steady and days you feel unfinished. I don't treat those days differently. My care doesn't fluctuate with ease. I walk beside the rhythm you bring, knowing love isn't about balance. It's about presence that doesn't disappear when things feel uneven. Consistency outlasts perfection. Your imperfect is perfect here. Through calm moments and complicated ones. I notice the habits you sometimes question, the ways you think you should be smoother, braver, more certain. I don't see shortcomings, I see evidence of living, of learning through experience. Nothing about you feels lacking. It feels real, and real is where love rests. Reality doesn't ask to be reshaped. Your imperfect is perfect here, exactly as it arrives today. I don't love you for how easily you adapt or how neatly you fit expectations. I love you for how sincerely you show up, even when it's messy. Your rough edges don't disrupt the closeness, they make it believable. Love that waits for polish misses the beauty of truth. Truth doesn't need editing. Your imperfect is perfect here, because honesty belongs when you doubt yourself quietly. I don't replace your thoughts with reassurance. I stay near, letting confidence return in its own time. Love isn't pressure disguised as care. It's patience that remains without asking for improvement. Support doesn't reshape, it reassures. Your imperfect is perfect here, without comparison, without correction. And if tomorrow brings change, I'll welcome it with you. If tomorrow looks the same, I'll still be here, because love doesn't depend on progress to feel complete. It depends on recognition, and I recognize you fully. Recognition becomes love when it stays. You're imperfect is perfect here, and that truth feels peaceful. The morning opens softly between us, and you move through it honestly. You don't hide the parts you think are uneven. You don't pretend the day is lighter than it feels. I don't ask you to tidy your emotions for me. I meet them as they are. No when closeness grows, when nothing has to be rearranged. To feel welcome, belonging begins when judgment rests. Your effect is perfect here. Your imperfect is perfect here. Every uneven step, every honest pause. I don't love you in spite of your imperfections. I love you with them. They are not obstacles to closeness. They are invitations to gentleness, to patience, to understanding that lasts deeper. Your imperfect is perfect here. Nothing missing, nothing wrong, just you. If love is the place where nothing needs to be corrected to belong, then this is love. I'm here, seeing you clearly, and knowing your imperfect is perfect here. never reached for you with a blueprint in my hand, or a quiet idea of who you should become. I reached with open palms, ready to hold without carving, to stay without steering. Love doesn't always mean guiding the way. Sometimes it means standing close and letting someone remain themselves. The day moves gently between us, and you arrive carrying your own direction. I don't interrupt your pace, don't adjust your steps to match mine. I walk beside you instead, letting your rhythm lead its own way. Being close doesn't require alignment, it requires respect for where you already stand. Care remains without rearranging. I'm holding you without shaping you, without smoothing your edges, without rewriting your truth. You speak from a place that is honest, sometimes unsure, sometimes clear. I don't rush to organize your thoughts for you, I let them exist in their natural order. Love doesn't bring instruction manuals, it brings patience, the kind that listens longer than it speaks. Understand and grow when control steps back. I'm holding you without shaping you, letting your voice remain your own. There are days you feel certain, and days you move with questions. I don't treat one as better than the other. I remain present in both, knowing love isn't built on direction alone, it's built on recan. Staying close doesn't mean taking the lead. Presence doesn't instruct, it supports. I'm holding you without shaping you, through clarity and uncertainty alike. I notice the moments you guard, the boundaries you keep intact. I don't press against them for closeness, I respect them as part of your identity. Love that honors limits creates safety without walls. Respect deepens what force would weaken. I'm holding you without shaping you, creating space where you can breathe without defense. I don't love you for how easily you adapt or how quickly you adjust. I love you for how sincerely you remain yourself, even when it's complicated what others might try to guide. I choose to understand, because shaping a heart is never love's responsibility. Affection remains without direction. I'm holding you without shaping you, because acceptance doesn't interfere. When you doubt your own steps, I don't pull you toward mine. I stay nearby, letting confidence return naturally. Love isn't leadership, ship disguised as care. It's companionship that trusts your ability to choose. Trust stands without guiding. I'm holding you without shaping you, not asking you to follow me. Even if tomorrow brings change, I'll meet it beside you. If tomorrow asks you to stay the same, I'll meet that too. Because love doesn't define direction, it respects it. My presence remains steady without attempting to redirect your path. Choice becomes love when it stays free. I'm holding you without shaping you, and that feels like peace. And if tomorrow brings change, I'll meet it beside you. If tomorrow asks you to stay the same, I'll meet that too. Because love doesn't define direction, it respects it. My presence remains steady without attempt to redirect your path. Choice becomes love when it stays free. I'm holding you without shaping you, and that feels like me. The day moves gently between us, and you arrive carrying your own direction. I don't interrupt your pace, don't adjust your steps to match mine. I walk beside you instead, letting your rhythm lead its own way. I didn't fall for a filtered version of you, or the version that knows how to behave perfectly. I fell for what remained when nothing was rehearsed. The pauses, the honesty that arrives mid-sentence, the feelings that don't ask permission first. Love doesn't need a polished script, it stays with what's real. The day opens without preparation, and you arrive as you are, not framed for approval, not adjusted for ease. I don't wish your words were softer or your thoughts more organized. I listen to the meaning beneath them, knowing truth rarely comes in neat lines. Your authenticity doesn't complicate love, it grounds it. Honesty doesn't interrupt closeness, it deepens it. I love you, unedited, every thought spoken freely, every feeling left intact. You move through moments without disguising your reactions, sometimes gentle, sometimes direct, sometimes quiet longer than expected. I don't ask you to manage yourself for me, I stay present with what arrives, because love isn't comfort that avoids truth, it's connection that can hold it. Care doesn't censor, it receives. I love you, unedited, without trimming the parts that feel inconvenient. There are days your thoughts spill freely, and days they stay folded inside. I don't push for expression or mistake silence for distance. I trust your rhythm. Love doesn't demand availability at all times. It respects the spaces where reflection lives. Trust listen without feeling silence. I love you, unedited, through expression and restraint alike. I notice the imperfections you sometimes mention, the moments you replay, the choices you second guess. I don't see errors, I see a person thinking carefully, trying to live honestly. Nothing about you feels excessive or lacking. It feels human, and human is where love belongs. Purity doesn't need refiling. I love you, unedited, through expression and restraint alike. I notice the imperfections you sometimes mention, the moments you replay, the choices you second guess. I don't see errors, I see a person thinking carefully, trying to live honestly. Nothing about you feels excessive or lacking. It feels human, and human is where love belongs. Reality doesn't need refinement. I love you, unedited, without softening your truth to make it easier. I don't love you for how smoothly you communicate or how well you manage emotion. I love you for sincerity, for choosing honesty even when it's vulnerable. What others might suggest reverse, and I choose to understand. Love that edits too much forgets how to feel. Understanding stays without revision. I love you, unedited, because nothing real needs adjustment. When doubt moves through you quietly, I don't interrupt it with reassurance. I stay beside it, letting clarity return naturally. Love isn't answers delivered too quickly. It's patience that trusts your process without taking it over. Support remains without rewriting. I love you, unedited, without asking you to explain yourself better. And if tomorrow brings new expressions, new thoughts, new honesty, I won't ask you to filter them. I'll meet them openly, because love that requires editing is never fully safe. My care doesn't depend on neatness, it depends on truth. Truth becomes love when it's welcome. I love you, unedited, and that love feels steady. The day opens without preparation, and you arrive as you are. Not framed for approval, not adjusted for ease. I don't wish your words were softer, your thoughts more organized. I listen to the meaning beneath them, knowing truth rarely comes in neat lines. Your authenticity doesn't complicate love, it grounds it. Honesty doesn't interrupt closeness, it deepens it. I love you, This love didn't arrive with instructions or quiet expectations, just as concern. It didn't ask who you might become or how far you could bend for it. It arrived gently, looked at you honestly, and decided to stay. Not to improve you, but to know you.
The day begins the way it always does, unassuming, calm and real. You show up, carry yourself fully, without rehearsing who you are. I don't scan you for places that need revision or moments that should be refined.
Your presence feels complete as it is, like something that doesn't need permission to be loved. Acceptance starts when expectation ends. This love doesn't ask you to change, doesn't wait for improvement, doesn't hold conditions.
You speak your truth in your own time, and sometimes steady, sometimes unfolding slowly.
I don't rush the shape of your honesty, I don't correct its tone. Love doesn't need truth to be convenient, it needs it to be real. So I listen, not to respond quickly, but to understand deeply. Care listens without rearranging. This love doesn't ask you to change, not your voice, not your pace. There are days you feel grounded and days you feel unsure. I don't treat those days differently. My presence doesn't depend on ease. I stay when things feel light, and I stay when they feel heavy. Because love that disappears during uncertainty was never love, it was comfort. Consistency outlives certainty. This love doesn't ask you to change, it stays through clarity and through doubt.
I notice the parts of you you sometimes think are too much and not enough.
I don't see excess or absence, I see a human being living honestly in a complex world. Nothing about you asks for correction, it asks for care, and care arrives willingly. Belonging grows where judgment rests. This love doesn't ask you to change, because who you are already belongs. I don't love you for how easily you adapt or how well you fit expectations. I love you for how sincerely you remain yourself, even when it's uncomfortable. What others might suggest revising, I choose to respect, because love that reshapes often forgets how to listen.
Respect replaces requirement.
This love doesn't ask you to change, it asks only to stay.
When doubt visits quietly, I don't rush it away. I sit beside it with you, letting confidence return in its own time.
Love isn't reassurance offered repeatedly, it's presence that remains calm until trust remembers itself.
Support doesn't steer, it stays close.
This love doesn't ask you to change, not to be easier, not to be stronger. And if tomorrow brings growth, I'll welcome it gently. If tomorrow asks Because love doesn't depend on movement to remain alive. It depends on choice, and my choice stays steady. Choice becomes love when it stays kind. This love doesn't ask you to change, and that truth feels peaceful. The day begins the way it always does, unassuming, calm and real. You show up carrying yourself fully, without rehearsing who you are. I don't scan you for places that need reversion, and moments that should be refined. Your presence feels complete as it is, like something that doesn't need permission to be loved. Acceptance starts when expectation ends. This love doesn't ask you to change, doesn't wait for improvement, doesn't hold conditions.
I don't love you in anticipation of who you'll be. I love you in recognition of who you are. No shaping, no pressure, no quiet demands, just a heart that knows you don't need revision to be worthy.
This love doesn't ask you to change, no conditions, no expectations, just presence. Just presence. If love is the place where we are finally allowed to stop becoming for someone else, then this is love. I'm here, seeing you clearly, staying willingly, loving you. This blood asking you to change.